social media, hot topics, our economy, technology, or interaction. The Michael Garfield Show on the 950.
Be your superhero, or even if I tumble fall, I'm okay. You know I need you desperately.
And now, the world according to Garf.
It is just about 12:51 in the afternoon on a Friday. How are you, Michael Garfield? It is the world according to Garf. Appreciate all the call-ins. All of the emails are continuing to come into the HostGator.com inbox. 713-212-5950. If you need it, reach me. I'll tell you what, I'll put all you guys on hold, and I'm going to pick you up on the other side because right now, as always, we like sitting in with Shannon Register. It is real estate time here on the Garf Show. I always enjoy these conversations because, Shannon, you give me ideas and you really kind of put a fire in my butt to sell my home because it's a seller's market.
That's right.
Has it changed from last week? It's still a seller's market.
Still the same.
The same. How long does it take for that entire market to fluctuate between sellers and buyers? Is it a year, 2, 3 years? Escalate? Are we going to be in a seller's market?
It depends. I hope we'll be in a seller's market for a while. But, we went from being a buyer's market to a seller's market in 2 months. It was really fast, and you don't normally see that. Normally, it's very gradual. You see it over several months. You see it really over a year. But this has been a quick change. I tell you, Houston is doing so well, mostly because of the job growth. But, energy is what really drives our economy here. So, things are going well, and a lot of people are looking to buy now, and there's just not enough inventory out there. We need more houses to sell.
And it's interesting. You said that last week, too, and that's funny, where you're almost knocking on doors, almost begging, for lack of a better term, hey, do you want to put your house in the market? Because I have a lot of buyers who want to buy in this part of the city, this specific neighborhood. And I guess what you're trying to remind people, hey, listen, if you even have an inkling of doing it, now's the time to really put the thinking cap on and start moving.
That's right. Mike Lessmeister is going to be on this Sunday, and he is a lender. He's with AmeriPro Funding, and one of the things he told me is, Shannon, I've got all these people who are pre-approved, ready to buy, and they can't find the house they want. So, the buyers are out there. We just have a lack of inventory.
Here's the mode. Put your home up for sale. Call Shannon Register, which, by the way, we will give you the phone number here shortly. Your show, I know we always love chatting with you for a few minutes on Fridays here, but you have a show here on the 950, 1 o'clock on Sundays. Normally, it's I hear it. You got callers. You got guests. You got a ton of guests this weekend.
We do.
You said Mike coming on already.
Yes, Mike's coming on, and then we have 4 guests this weekend. One of our other guests, he is a septic and well inspector, which is, you don't hear about those. Those inspectors are kind of rare.
Right, yeah.
So he gives a lot of insight though into septic systems, and the thing is, if you're buying a house, which a lot of houses on the outskirts of town have septic and well systems, and you need to know that they need to be inspected, and you need to know how often you're going to have to work on them and what the maintenance is. You need to know about all of that. So he's very interesting. He makes that topic very interesting.
I don't know how it's tough. I don't know how you make that topic interesting, but it's very important.
It is important.
I've never lived in a home that actually has that septic tank because I guess I'm more of a
you're in the city.
Well, I'm not so city. I'm in the suburbs. Let's just say Fort Bend, but I'm not that far out where I have to worry about that septic tank.
Yeah.
And plus it's because it's usually underground. You always forget about those things.
Right,
so
right. And that's why a lot of buyers don't think to have it inspected. You do forget about it. And it is important because it can be very costly to repair.
And he's not full of crap, I hear, right?
He's not.
You should trademark that. I want to talk to this guy. You also have an author coming on, a book author.
Tenants Uncommon is the name of his book. And it's very interesting because it's such an easy read and it's fun. It's just really fun to read because if you've ever thought about being a landlord or if you are a landlord, you can really see he just writes about all these stories. Every chapter is a new story about something he's experienced being a landlord. And it teaches you kind of what to expect being a landlord. And it gives you lots of different scenarios and what you can do to fix them. And he's just a very interesting writer. Just hearing his stories from the past of different tenants he's had and how he dealt with them and what to be prepared for if you're going to be a landlord.
It's, I hear more and more, some of my friends now are buying these properties and, maybe fixing them up or something. And they're getting, I've never really thought about being a landlord.
It's a great revenue stream.
It is. And if people really, they're quitting their regular jobs to do this, they're buying houses, they're fixing it up. But, since it's a seller's market right now, do we see more people buying these for turning around? Because obviously the price of homes to buy now are going to be a little bit more.
Right. Only in certain areas. You know, for so long, though, this is what was being sucked up by the market. I mean, we had so many foreclosures out there that it was tons of investors. And we still see a lot of investors. And, you know, the higher priced home that you buy and renovate, the more rent you can get. So, I mean, there are landlords at all different price points, you know. So you can still buy them. You can still get good deals. You just have to look for them. Renting versus buying. What's
the thing now?
You know, there are a lot of renters, and part of the reason there are so many renters is because of the foreclosure crisis and the short sales that we had. People just don't have the credit right now for a lot of purchases. But, you know, even though there's a high demand for rentals, we have a lot of buyers out there, and our inventory is low. So, you know, there's a big demand for housing right now.
Shannon Register joining me right here for a few minutes. You can hear her show. That's 1 o'clock on Sundays, where now she's got an entire lineup. It's always nice. Here's a secret of radio. You want a lot of guests because that's less for you to prepare and less for you to talk. So I appreciate you coming here on Fridays at 12:50 for me, which is also good content. Last week you talked about a booklet that you have and you're giving away free to some callers, the buyer booklets. And I've thumbed through this thing. Great tips. And how do people get this?
This is a book that is put out by the National Association of Realtors. And you can call us at our call-in number, 281-882-8088. And we will just ask us whatever your real estate question is and give us your address, and we'll mail the booklet to you and we'll answer your question on the air. So you can give us a call at 281-882-8088, and we'll send you the booklet free.
Some of the tips are in there.
It's great information.
You just kick your kids out. Don't let your kids eat anywhere in the house to make it clean. Just little things like this that people forget.
You know, it's just great information. When you're going to buy a house, there's so much to know. Even when you have a realtor guiding you through the process, there's just so much to know. So it's great to have the information right there at your fingertips.
Well, good. I know you had a very successful weekend last weekend at the Woodlands Home and Garden Show.
That's
and
right.
You got a big show planned this weekend. Website in case people want to reach you, including they need to put their house in the market. How do they get a hold of you?
HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. And we have lots of videos there, too. So if you don't have time to read the book, you can go and watch lots of videos on buying and selling your home.
That's the ADD way to do it. Just don't listen. Just watch this stuff.
That's right.
281-882-8088. Tune in this coming Sunday, 1 o'clock, to hear everybody talk about septic tanks and writing books.
I know. It's going to be interesting.
My two favorite things. I love that. Anyway, thanks always for stopping by. Good luck. We'll talk to you next Friday.
All right. Sounds good.
Shannon Register if you need you. All right. Tell you what, it is break time here. Last hour coming up. Love to have you continue conversation about pretty much anything you want to talk about. It's on Interblog Friday here on the World According to Garf. 713-212-5950. Don't forget to follow us at the950.com. We'll be right back on the other side.